My name is Ray, and my partner name is Jay, and we are land investors. In less than 3 years, the land business has changed our lives in ways we can only imagine. We want to show you how to do the same exact thing we did to change our family's future forever, just as you can for yours. Welcome to Land and Legacy. I'm Ray, one half of the Acre Boys.
I'm Cardigan Harris, Associates and Productions.
Yes, sir. So we back with another one for you, and we was just having a conversation.
Great one today.
Off camera, and we didn't necessarily have a topic, and it came across about something that was very interesting, what he had said to me. He had a conversation with his son last night, and his son was just having father and son talk, and it was a little minor setbacks, and he conveyed this message to his son, and this is our topic today, and that message is you have to sometimes take an L before you get to an M.
Ooh. I think that's applicable in all phases of life, business, relationships, money, you name it. You gotta take an L before you get to an M. I mean, clearly it's in the alphabet and it's arranged that way on purpose, but an L meaning a loss and an M meaning a nil in business, or it could be success. Your plateau that you want to reach. It could be, you reach a zenith. You're successful in whatever you do. But in some point in time, I think the rule of thumb is you're gonna go through some trials and tribulations. And that's actually a quote from Meek Mill too. We got that from Meek Mill. And like you said, you gotta take an L before you get to an M. So let's talk about it.
So as it pertains to land, I took that as there's a lot of new people that we run across that show interest in the land business, and they wonder how they can get involved and the steps of it and how they can make money in it and how they could be successful in it. And in the beginning, as with anything that you're new to, there's going to be some rough patches, right? There's a learning curve. So you don't just come out the gate and you just go from 0 to 100 real quick, like the song say. It's a rare, if that does happen, it's very rare.
And it has happened before.
And it will happen for some, but
however,
the likelihood of it for happening to you is probably slim, right? You're gonna have to put one foot over the next and walk the walk and go from 1 to 2. Maybe you can skip some rungs on the ladder of success, go to 2 to 4. And that's all mindset too, right? If you think that way, then you probably will skip some rungs. But there's going to be some stumbling blocks, especially coming into the land business. First, you want to learn what the lingo is. You want to learn the terminologies. You want to learn what different things mean, what different kinds of land that there is and what it stands for, how to do deals, how to do better deals, how to close transactions a lot faster. So it will be some L's, and L's is how you get to W's or M's, because you have to take them and you correct them. So I think once we can overcome the fear of taking an L, then we'll be more successful. I think you should look for L's and look for them really fast.
Yeah, right.
I want to make mistakes, and I want to make them fast as possible.
Get it out the way.
Exactly, so I can learn. And I'm no different from you. If you're starting and you're in a position as a newbie, we were no different from you. We made some L's, and I was very fearful of. I remember our first phone call. We spoke about that. We were scared to pick up a phone call because we didn't feel like we knew how to handle it. And now it's probably 5,000 calls later. It's just like it's like the back of your hand. So you just got to jump in, dive in, and look forward to the L's, because the L's is what's going to get you to the W.
Yeah, it's unique too, because success is often found on the other side of fear, right? So I want to talk about our maturation process, our learning curve, our trials and tribulations, our peaks and valleys. It happens, and it's a natural selection that's gonna happen in whatever you do in life. So in the land and legacy business, and purchasing real land, you're gonna have some situations where initially it may look like it's a great deal. It may look like, hey, this was gonna, I'm gonna make tons of money on this one, and then boom, sometimes life hits you or obstacles hit you. And with that being said, when those obstacles hit you, the perseverance, the resilience that you have to have is gonna clearly be indicative of your level of success in this business. And that's with anything. So some may come out the gate, boom, all letters that they send out, offers that they send out, they might get 5, 6, 10 hits. And it could be some people who may not get one, you know, or might get 2. And the reality of it is you know, we had this conversation before too, like what's your whys? Like what drives you? What's your motivation to keep going? And I know what mine is. And I'm clearly, everyone listening here today, they have their own whys. If not, you should find it. But those L's, before you get to an M, it's just natural selection. It's gotta happen. You're gonna have success. Some have success and they fizzle out. Some have tough times. And when they start to have success, it's this skyrocket effect. You know, you just keep going and you take advantage of it. You leverage yourself, you maximize it, you take advantage of all opportunities, networking, through people, through business. Now, like we said before about the first conversations, confidence, very important. So when you're confident and you know this is what you want to do, and you had some form of level of success, you tend to show that, your bravado-ness, your machismo, it tends to kick in. And once it kicks in, and you're confident, you know what you're talking about. People who are selling their properties, they're looking for that. They can tell, they can read into it. So when you have that lingo down pat, you have the experience, and you said, you know what, I took my L's. I brushed myself off, I'm back at it, what we talking about? And that's the name of the game, is being resilient. And be prepared to take those shots, because they're coming. But how you bob and weave them, how you get through them, how you get to the 12th round, it's all determined on you. That's your story.
I like the machismo.
Yeah, I learned that a long time ago.
Yeah, but you know, it's just something that we got to go through. Don't be afraid. If you're a newbie in the land business, dive in, look forward to failing. It was a book that was called Failing Forward. We read that a long time ago. It was a book called Failing Forward, and it spoke about it's how you bounce back. It's how you handle adversity, right? You know, just last week, and we're years later into our business now, just last week, property came across that looked like it was a jewel. It was in a great area. We knew the area. The comps of it was, I think the property we thought would sell for like 170. We thought we was getting it for like 60. So we're like, oh, great deal. And it just so happened to find, when we dug deeper into it, we even had a signed agreement for it. But when we dug deeper into the property, come to find out that this one particular street, it just didn't have that same value. You know, I think the values over there was somewhere around maybe 70,000, and we were getting it for 62. So clearly there was no deal there. There was no bone, no chicken left on the bone.
The margin of profit very slim.
But it happens, right? And if we didn't fail prior, we wouldn't have known how to have the patience to even look at a deal, right? But you got to be patient when you work in a deal. In the beginning, you want to off to the races. We want to get to the money as fast as possible. But that comes over time. It came through failing. It came through buying some deals that were the wrong deals. It came through not doing our due diligence all the way through. You understand? So, you know, the failures will get you to the other side of success. And I, for one, I'm pretty sure we're still going to fail at certain things. And that's the only way that you continue to scale and continue to grow. So I'm looking forward to new challenges. I'm looking forward to new endeavors. I'm looking forward, if I'm doing, just throwing numbers out there, if we're doing 5 deals, I'm looking forward to doing 10 deals. So it'll be a different feel. It'll be a different pace. If we're doing 10, I'm looking forward to doing 20. And there was something that we spoke about too, about there's a law called the law of relativity that states that you will be tested. You know, and along that test, there'll be some failures. But the beautiful part is the next day you'll be tested again. And so on and so forth. So it's just about how we handle things and you know, how we bounce back from things. So if you have any reservations about the land space, or if you have any interest in the land space that may have any reservations along with that interest, you know, just dispel those, dive in, get, if it's not through our program, if it's not through our tutelage, find somebody that you're comfortable with, that you can learn from, and start to learn.
All great leaders once followed someone. I believe that. Some say,
well, in order to be a great leader, once you had to be a great follower.
There's a theory, some say some leaders are born. And that could very possibly be true. However, what I've seen, what resonates with me is all great leaders have mentors. All great leaders once followed. You got to have a blueprint. You got to have a point of reference for something, to continue.
Myron Golden, we listen to him, and he said, if your mentor doesn't have a mentor, don't follow him.
Yeah, who is this guy?
Yeah. So your mentor should have a mentor
at all times.
And that's why we like to say, I used to always use the term, like we constantly reaching up and reaching back. We're reaching up to go higher, and we reaching back to bring some other people that's behind us up at the same time.
And my boy Jay, this shout out to Jay too. He always says this. He says, "I've learned to become uncomfortable until it becomes comfortable."
Success is on the other side of uncomfortable.
Absolutely. So if you like what you're hearing today, Acre Boys, Land and Legacy, of course, click the link in the bio. Click like and subscribe. Acre Boys, we here full effect, boots on the ground. Ray.
Yeah, everything that he said. Tap in with us. Join our free Discord. We talk about land there 7 days a week. If you're ready to get started in your land investing, we can put you on the fast track over there. Otherwise, until the next time.
Over and out. We strong together.